darlings. It's 25th. 25th of October 2025. I was sitting here before. I haven't posted anything for 10 days. I was thinking about what I could talk about. What could I convey? I made a video a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't satisfied with the way that it had turned out. My weight at the moment, I am thin. I've always been skinny. I've always liked that. Never had a problem with it. And I remember, actually, when I was a boy, when I was in my childhood years, when I was 8, 9, 10, I would get other boys and girls coming up to me, mainly boys. I remember talking to another guy once, and he said, "Can I ask you something?" I said, "Sure." He said, "Are you a girl or a boy?" And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a boy. And he's like, "Oh, just that, I wasn't sure." I would get so upset about that. It would make me so angry. I'd get so upset. Hi, it's Cheryl. It made me so upset. This would happen a few times in my childhood, and then into my teen years it would continue to happen. I remember way on holidays once at this place in New South Wales, this country place, and I'd get these other teenagers. It would always happen. It would be usually a guy, and they'd say, "Can I ask you a question? Are you a boy or a girl?" And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm a boy, I'm a guy, oh my gosh." And they'd say, "Oh, this wasn't sure. And this continued. It continued. I'd get so upset about it. And also they'd say, even in my teen years, people would say, "You know what you need to do, what? Lift weights. Do you eat much? Do you eat?" And they would say, you need to eat, and then work out. Eat. And this, it bothered me. It made me conscious about my weight. I was always ultra thin. And into my 20s, I would get guys coming up to me, mainly guys, and they'd say, are you a guy or a girl?" I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm a guy. I'd say, "You know what you need to do, eat, work out, you can get ripped." I've never been really ripped in my life. And I'd get very self-conscious about this. I'd take it on board. I'd say, just work out for an hour, eat steaks, work out. and I would not appreciate this. I was at least 10 kilograms underweight. Right now I'm about 12. Oh, right now I'm about 12 kilograms underweight. I love it. Love being skinny. Oh, I've been very happy with my weight for the last decade. And then into my late 20s and into my 30s, guys would still come up to me and they'd say, "You a guy or a girl?" I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a man, I'm a guy." And I'd say, "Just, you look a bit feminine and you're really thin." And I'm like, and they'd say, "Do you eat? Do you eat?" Fucking hell. And I'd say, "Yes." They'd say, do you eat a lot? Do you eat a lot? Yeah. I used to say, eat all the time. Eat all the time. Eat all the time. I let them affect me. I let them affect me back then. And when did I stop letting them affect me? Later. I stopped letting all that affect me somewhere around 2000, somewhere around the year 2006 or something. I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. And, in fact, I put on 6 kilos in the last 5 months or so. And I'm like, oh, I'm putting on weight. Oh, it's ironic because it's what I wanted in my 20s. In my 20s, I wanted to be kind of plump. And I think what it ended up being was, they were threatened by me. And it, in 1998, when I went to Los Angeles, I must say that there was no Google Maps back then, and I had heard a few things about Los Angeles before I went there, not much though. You had the big map from Dimmicks, and you had Lonely Planet, the tourist book Lonely Planet, which I bought from Dimmicks, which had limited information on it. And I studied up the Los Angeles part and the Hollywood part. And now, back in those days, you couldn't book online. There was no internet. Well, I think there was internet in '98, but very few people had access to it. I discovered the internet in July of 1999. Got to Los Angeles, and I had to make a phone call to America from Sydney to book my hostel. There was no other way. I said, call this number. So I called them and made the booking via the landline. And then getting through customs was easy. And I got through very easily. And then this African American woman greeted me. She drove the shuttle, and that shuttle went somewhere along Washington Boulevard, probably passed through Obama Boulevard, went through the Baldwin Hills, it passed Inglewood first, and then up La Brea. Went up La Brea. Oh, I've got the map of Los Angeles in my head pretty well now, mainly for Hollywood, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Inglewood, parts of Inglewood, and so Getting there for the first time. Oh, there's my book down here. Did I bring it down? Did I bring something down here yesterday? My goodness. What's this? Okay, look. I want to show you something. Okay. Okay. This is me, handsome me, in Hollywood, Griffith Park Observatory, 1998. That's Hollywood in 1998. Very proud of that trip. Hollywood in 98. From the airport going out there, and it was raw, rough, survival, dirty, pretty, elegant, sparkling. It felt very 70s and 80s. And then eventually I saw the Hollywood sign from a distance. I was like, oh! And then we reached Santa Monica Boulevard, and we passed Sunset Boulevard, past Hollywood Boulevard, went up Highland, past Franklin, and onto Kawanka Pass, where the Banana Bungalow Youth Hostel was at the time. And it was, I didn't know my way around anywhere, but I just started walking. I started to walk. I just walked everywhere, and there was not many people walking around. People don't walk around in West Hollywood, except if they have to walk one block to the supermarket. Everyone drives. Everyone drove then, everyone drives now. In 98, I walked from Beverly Hills to West Hollywood, and last year I walked from West Hollywood to Beverly Hills and back, and into Bel Air. Do you notice that there's zombies that walk the streets of Sydney? Zombies. People who are unaware on their mobile phones. Yeah, they walk around like this. And most of them walk around like this. Zombieland. I don't know if you know too much about Sydney, Australia, but that's what Sydney, Australia is like these days now. Zombified. They're all just... In certain suburbs they are. Around here they are. It's a little bit better in the city when you go into the city. I think it depends what suburb you're in. Sydney is such a complex place because Sydney is very big, and each suburb of Sydney is a different culture. In Los Angeles was very different, especially in Hollywood, West Hollywood. A lot of African American, a lot of hip hop. Los Angeles is a totally different culture to Sydney. Thanks for watching. Cheryl, thanks for watching.